guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about all of my ways that I like to try to save money at Ulta, as well as all of my recommendations for the upcoming 21 Days of Beauty. So if you want to see all of these deals and tricks, then just keep watching. So my number one tip for trying to save money at Ulta is to sign up for the Ultimate Rewards program. Pretty much every other tip after this stems from just signing up, because once you sign up, you start earning rewards for every dollar spent in store. You get 1 point per dollar spent unless you are a platinum member, and that is if you spend $450 in a calendar year. Then you earn, I believe it's 1.25 for every dollar spent. So that is the number one way to earn points, because then you get to save money, because you earn points that you can then spend in store. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But the other thing is you get signed up for their emails. And in the emails is where you'll get extra coupons. It's how you'll see what is multiple points. It's how you'll see what the special deals are. Particularly if you are platinum, you really need to be checking your email, because like yesterday I totally missed out. One of my favorite brow products is the Benefit Gimme Brow, and it was a platinum perk for just that day that it was half off, and I totally missed it. So instead of getting it for $12, next time I need a new one, I will have to pay $24. So that brings me to tip number 2, and that is to be sure to be checking your email. And whether you don't check it regularly, that's fine. Just before you make a purchase, definitely look through your email. Particularly if it's an online purchase, a lot of times they're kind of really quick deals are online only. But if you are looking for the % off coupons, if you're looking to see if you have multiple points, because sometimes they will do multiple times the points, and that will be in your email. So before you make any purchases, be sure to look through your emails to see what type of deals and promotions are going on. Another way to quickly see what promotions, particularly the extra points promotions, if you go to your rewards section on the website or on the app, you can click My Offers, I believe is what it's called, and it'll have them all listed out so you can activate them. I definitely recommend just activating all of them just in case, whether you are, going to use them for sure or not, because you may go in the store, end up picking something up and not realizing that it was one of the promotional items, and then you don't get the extra points. The third tip I have is about how to spend the points and when to spend the points. So the way their chart works, I will insert it over here if I can find one, but as you spend more money, it kind of increases and jumps in how much you spend. So I definitely just would recommend trying to save up to one of the higher points amounts, just because then you have more to spend. So for example, today I went into Ulta to buy a few things, and I knew that I had 741 points because I had just checked right before to see how much money I had to spend in store or to get off of my purchase in store, and it was 741 points. But I knew if I spent a little bit more money and got those 9 points, which is only $9, that it then jumped up a lot. So instead of saving about $20, I saved about $30. So it's definitely worth saving and not just spending, because you can only spend it in certain increments. So if I would have spent it before hitting the 750, then I would have only been able to use 700 points, and that would have left 41 points empty, which is worth a lot less money than the difference between 700 and 750 redemption. Another time when it's not worth spending your points is when there is a bonus points offer that is activated. So if you have 2 or 3 times or even 5 times off your entire purchase, or if there's something you are buying and that brand is on a 2, 3, or 5 times points, then you do not want to use any of your points in that purchase, because only the amount of the product that is being paid out of your off your card or with cash is what you're going to get points bonus on. So say today I have 5 times off Anastasia, or 5 times points for any Anastasia Beverly Hills purchase, and I was buying a $20 product. If I had $10 in points and I spent it on that, then I'm only getting 50 points for that purchase. Whereas if I bought the whole 20 off of my credit card or with cash, then I get 100 points, which is a very big difference from just 50 points in the redemption chart. So definitely be aware of that when you are going to be spending your points. Also, make sure that when you are spending your points, you're spending as many points as you can. For instance, in the purchase I'm going to use as an example later, I used all 750 points. If I would have just used 700 or 500, I would not have gotten nearly as much bang for my points, because once that is depleted and I used 500 and I only have 250, the amount that is worth is not as good as the difference between 500 and 750 points. So when you are going to spend your points, be sure you have a lot of things you're wanting to buy that you can completely spend spend all of your points because otherwise they are not quite as worth it. So 2 times that it is a really good idea to be spending your points. One is when they do the 20% off your purchase promotion. They do this a few times a year. Sometimes it's kind of random. A few weeks ago I had one in my email that was not really promoted. It wasn't sent in the mail like usual, and it was off everything but perfume, I believe. They do them to where it's off everything but prestige, and that isn't the best time, but when they do 20% off your prestige or 20% off prestige including fragrance, particularly if you're wanting a specific fragrance, then that is a really good time to redeem your points, because then you get 20% more out of your points. So a product that was $20, you now only have to spend, what would that be, $16 of your points on that item. So that is a great time to spend points. Also, it helps you kind of save up your points, and you have more of that long period of saving up your points before you spend them all. The other time that I definitely recommend spending your points is when items that you want are on sale. So like in the 21 Days of Beauty that I'm about to speak about, that is a really good time to get even extra bang for your points. So if you're wanting to buy one of the products that is usually $20 and it goes half off on its day, then that is only $10. The only problem with using them throughout the 21 Days of Beauty is you don't want to use your points here and there. You want to be able to spend all of them at one time so that it is worth it. There are special cases if there are 2 things that you're really wanting on 2 different days and you have enough points to cover it separately instead of all together, because like I said, it does kind of accumulate more money as you have more points, like I showed in that chart. Then it may be worth it if it's something you really want and it's worth it for you not to have to spend your own money. But if you are really wanting to save up your points, that is not the best idea. So maybe on a day that there's something you really want and it's the most expensive item in the entire 21 Days of Beauty, then that would be a good time to do it, and especially if there are other things you want in the store and you can completely deplete your points. So for today, I only spent money in the prestige section of Ulta, so I did not use any of their regular coupons that they have all the time. They usually either have 20% off one item or $3.50 off of a $15 purchase that is not prestige, hair care, or makeup, or fragrance. So that is not what I used today, but I will give you some tips on that in just a minute. But for today's purchase, I did all prestige because there was a really good deal on Fiona. The main reason I decided to spend my points today in Ulta is because Fiona Stiles is 50% off. This is a newer brand to Ulta, and I'm just really hoping that this doesn't mean that it's going to be leaving Ulta, especially because they just came out with 2 new palettes recently in probably the last month or so. And I did pick up one of these palettes, and this is the Fiona Stiles Mistake Free Makeup Artist Eyeshadow Palette, and it's really pretty. It's one I'm wearing on my eyes now, minus the glitter I have that I'll talk about in just a second. But this is what it looks like. It's this kind of cardboard material, and the face palette is also that material. It has a mirror in it, and then this is what the shades look like. So this palette was originally $39, and I got mine today for $19.50. I also picked up 2 of her blushes. I almost got a backup of my favorite one, which is Sweetwater, but I decided to wait on it and I just don't see me going through it completely in a while. The only reason I was going to get a backup was just to have a nicer one to replace the one I have whenever it gets kind of gross, but it is my favorite blush, so I may end up getting one of those. It's only $10. So the blushes usually go for $20, and they were half off today for $10. And actually this promotion, I think it said it started on March 14th and ends April 14th. I will put that info in the description box because I'm not 100%, but I know it goes into a couple weeks into April. So these are the 2 shades I got. This one here is Valley, and this one is Pomander Walk. But they're really pretty. What I'm wearing on my cheeks right now is Pomander Walk, and it's more kind of to the back of my cheeks. Another item I decided to pick up that was not on sale is this Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter, and this one is in the shade Diamond Dust. And just a fair warning, I do have a haul coming up on my channel soon. I already filmed it, and I wasn't planning on putting this video up first, but when I realized the 21 Days of Beauty was coming up, I decided to just go ahead and film this. So there is a haul that will be coming up soon that doesn't include any of these items. So just be warned, that is why there's kind of like a time issue where I don't talk about these items or mention that I bought them, but that's because I filmed that haul a couple of days ago. So now I'm more into the nitty gritty of how I saved even more money on my purchase today. So I ended up spending $11 and then $25.85. So I ended up spending $36.85 total on all of these products. And the way I got that down so much is that, like I mentioned, I knew I was at only 741 points, which was around, I think, $23 is what it said in the app off my purchase. And then if I would go up to $750, I got a full $30 off my purchase. So it was worth it to go ahead and purchase one of these blushes and to get those points, which the worker did tell me there's not always a guarantee that the points will update quickly. Sometimes it'll take up to an hour for the system to qualify those points. So if that is the case, you may want to make your first purchase, leave the store for a little while, and come back if it doesn't work. So just don't bank on it working every time. For me, it actually did update pretty quickly tonight, so I was able to go ahead and make my second purchase. But just know it does not always automatically update your points. So for tonight, though, I did purchase this $10 blush first to get those extra points. And then I was at 753 points because I am platinum, and it's 1.25 for every dollar I spent. So for my second purchase, second ticket, it would have been $74, not including tax, for all of the products, and I ended up paying only $25.85. So I did redeem that 30 points, $30 redemption, and so I got $10 off of the cheek veil, and then with points I ended up spending only $4.39 on the cheek veil, or the blush. Then for the Stila eyeshadow, I only spent $10.54. And on the Artist Eyeshadow Palette, I only spent $8.57 out of pocket. So in total, if I would have purchased all 4 of these items without using any discount, without waiting for anything to go on sale, I would have spent $106.35. But I saved $69.50 and only spent $36.85, which I think is a crazy good deal considering just this palette was retailing for $39 just a week ago. So of course, these kind of 50% off everything in a brand, that doesn't really happen very often, but you will get those 20% off your entire purchase. You will get 5 times points on things, and just to be aware of those type of deals and to purchase things when that stuff happens, or to save up your points and spend them all at once, like whenever it's 20% off your entire purchase, it definitely makes you have a lot more money to spend when you do redeem your points. For the drugstore side, my biggest tip for the drugstore side is to always pull up your coupon on your phone. So if you have the Ulta app, they can get your coupon straight from your app. You just open up the Ulta app. Sorry, I've got like fingerprints. And then right here, there's always a little band, and it says, right now it says $3.50 off your $15 purchase. And then a little barcode pops up, and they can actually get the code from underneath the barcode to use as your coupon. It says that you need to show this coupon, print, or on phone, and you can do it on your phone. Used to, you couldn't, but now you can. Also, when they have like 20% off your entire purchase or 20% off one item, just drugstore, you can find that one on the app as well. So this is the biggest tip, at least for the $3.50 off of 15. There is no limit to using that coupon. So if you're buying, say, $45 worth of stuff in the drugstore and you can separate it out into 3 $15 purchases, you can save a total of $10.50 using that coupon because you can use it on each purchase. And I've done this before. I've seen other people do it before in store, and it doesn't seem to irritate any of the workers. If you do work at Ulta and that does irritate y'all, just let us know in the comments down below. But it definitely does save you a lot of money if you can separate your purchases out. I know at one point I bought a NYX palette that was $15 and I got $3.50 off of that because it was such an expensive drugstore item. I know a lot of the products from L'Oreal and just like the bigger palettes and foundations and things like that from the drugstore already cost about $15 or more now. So you can get $3.50 off of one item sometimes. So that one is definitely a good coupon to keep into mind. The good thing about the drugstore side coupons is that they do go for pretty much hair products in general. I've never had an issue with using it on like Hot Tools. Don't quote me on that. They may have changed their policy since, but like Hot Tools, hairbrushes, shampoo, conditioner, hair accessories, any of like the makeup bags or caboodles or any of that kind of stuff, I've never really had an issue using my coupon on that. So there are some prestige hair brands, I believe, that you can use that. I know they have a list up at the front by the cash register, and it says every brand that is not usually used with these coupons. I recently tried to buy the Perfect Hair Day dry shampoo with the coupon, and you can't use it for that brand, which is Living Proof, and they don't mind if you attempt, and there is a list, like I said, that says what is and what isn't available, but just kind of be aware of that when you're shopping so you don't get disappointed when you go to checkout. Now for the most exciting part, which is the upcoming 21 Days of Beauty. I try to stay away sometimes from the 21 Days of Beauty because I tend to buy things just to buy them. But this year, or at least this season, they do it a couple times a year. There's a lot of really good stuff. So this starts March 19th, which is tomorrow for me. It is March 18th right now. So I will try to edit this and get it up really quick for maybe in the morning. So the first thing that I see for March 19th is the Too Faced Love Blushes, and I love these. I have one called Your Love is King, and I really like it. The second is one of my favorite ones. This is the Buxom Full-On Lip Creams. It is my favorite lip gloss, and they are going to be on sale for only $10, so I'll definitely be picking up a few shades of that. There is this Stila eyeliners. They usually put this one in every 21 Days of Beauty, and actually I picked up a couple of times ago. Here is something that they usually will throw in on a couple of days out of the 21 days, and it is a free brow wax if you spend $50 on Benefit. So if there are some Benefit products that you really like that you need to restock on, that can be a good deal. One of the products that I was really surprised about is this Benefit Backlight Primer. That is one that I really like. I use it currently, and I know like Jaclyn Hill really raved about it at one point, and it's just a really good primer, so I'm surprised it has gone on sale. My absolute favorite one, maybe, I don't know, it's tied with the lip glosses from Buxom and this brush right here. This is one of my favorite foundation brushes by It Brushes for Ulta, and it will be half off. Days after that, there really isn't too much exciting after the foundation brush. So if you want to see this entire chart a little better, you can actually pull it up on their website. The next few days, like I said, there really isn't much. I do kind of like this Smashbox Primer Water. I gave mine to my sister because I didn't use it a ton. But it is pretty nice. You can use it to like prime your face and then set it. And then I used the CC Plus powder once before, and it was fairly good. I did like it. And then you get 25% off everything from Maria Badescu, so I think that is really good. My favorites are the drying lotion for acne, and then I really like their rose water. It's like a rose and aloe spray, and it's really good for sunburns, and it's using as a toner. So April 2nd is another one I definitely would want to take advantage of. It is the Shiseido Lash Curler for only $12, and then, or no, I'm sorry, $10, and then the Perversion Mascara, which is one of my favorites, is on sale for $11, so I'll probably pick up another one of those. The other ones that really stick out to me for what I personally like is the Tarte blushes that are on sale on the 7th, and then on the 8th you have the Anastasia Brow Wiz, which is really crazy that they'll be doing that one for half off. I would have expected it to be the Brow Definer just because it's not as popular, but you can get the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz for only $10.50 on April 8th. So I really think they did a much better job with like collaborating with brands and getting more of the popular items on sale for this one. Usually it feels like it's more of the not as well performing products that they will put on the sale, but these are actually a lot of my favorites. I don't know if that means that they're not good performing, but I just feel like these are a lot of cult favorites that are kind of mixed into the 21 Days of Beauty, so definitely go to their site, look this up. I actually got this one in store, so if you just want to walk into Ulta, they'll give you this little pamphlet, and I like to put this on my refrigerator and just kind of circle the days I want so I don't have to keep up with it too much, and I don't always end up getting everything that I kind of look at originally, but just so I can kind of remember it on that day to see if I do want to stop by Ulta and pick up anything for the sale. Alright, well that is pretty much everything I have to say about trying to save money at Ulta and the 21 Days of Beauty. So if you want to see more of these type of videos where I talk about more of the money side of makeup and trying to get your dollar's worth on everything, just give this video a thumbs up or comment down below to let me know what type of video you'd want. I'm really kind of thinking about maybe doing one for Sephora, which it isn't quite as easy at Sephora. And maybe drugstore and like how to coupon at drugstores and things like that, because I do enjoy doing that as well. So yeah, just let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new to my channel and you want to stay tuned for upcoming videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching.